If you have been looking at NVIDIA GeForce and still are not fully sure whether it is the right buy for your needs, that is exactly what this review is here to clear up before you spend your money. A lot of products can sound great on the listing and still end up feeling underwhelming once they are actually in your hands, so the real question is whether this one gives you solid everyday value, fits the way you plan to use it, and feels worth the price. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. You've been thinking about upgrading your gaming PC, but the fear of buying the wrong graphics card is holding you back. We've all been there, poring over reviews, watching YouTube videos, and scrolling through Reddit threads, trying to gather enough information to make the right decision. But the truth is, it's hard to know what works and what doesn't when it comes to something as complex as a graphics card. It's like trying to choose the right restaurant without ever having tried their food before. You see pictures, read reviews, but ultimately, you don't know what you're getting until you take a bite. Or in this case, until you fire up your gaming PC and see how it performs in real life. The good news is that I've got some personal experience with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 Super 16GB GDDR6X, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. If you want to check out more product details on Amazon, you can find the link in the description. As a gamer myself, I know how frustrating it can be to spend hundreds of dollars on a graphics card that falls short of your expectations. The hype, the advertising, the promises made by manufacturers, all of it can be overwhelming. And when you finally get your hands on the thing, it's either a massive letdown or an incredible surprise. That's exactly why I've been using the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 Super 16GB GDDR6X for a while now, and I'm excited to share my thoughts on whether it's worth the investment. The thing is, this graphics card has been one of the most talked about devices in the gaming world lately, and for good reason. For me, one of the biggest selling points of this graphics card is its ability to handle demanding games at high resolutions without breaking a sweat. I've been playing games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 4K resolutions, and the level of detail and realism is simply stunning. The characters, the environments, the lighting and physics, everything just comes together in a way that's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. But it's not just about the raw power. The RTX 4080 Super also features advanced ray tracing and AI acceleration, which makes a huge difference in terms of image quality. The ray tracing, in particular, is something that completely blows you away. It's like having a virtual camera in your hand, capturing every detail of the scene in front of you. It's almost like magic. Now, what really impressed me was the overall performance of this graphics card. I mean, it's no secret that the RTX 4080 Super is a high-end device, but the numbers don't lie. In my testing, this card consistently delivered top-tier performance in even the most demanding games and graphics-intensive applications. And it's not like it just chokes and overheats either. The cooling system is actually really effective at keeping the card running cool and quiet. NVIDIA's new design helps dissipate heat really efficiently, and I was surprised by how quiet it was during long gaming sessions. Of course, that's all good and well, but what does this mean for you as a gamer? Well, it means you'll be able to enjoy lightning-fast performance, seamless frame rates, and an overall experience that's simply unparalleled. The RTX 4080 Super also has 16GB of GDDR6X memory, which is the latest and greatest in graphics memory. This may not seem like a lot, but trust me, it makes a huge difference in terms of game performance and loading times. With this much memory, you can play even the most demanding games without ever experiencing a hitch or a stutter. And if you're a content creator, you'll love the fact that you can work with high-resolution footage and images without ever running out of memory. This is especially great news for editors who work on projects with massive files and complex timelines. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 Super 16GB GDDR6X worth the investment? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I would tell my own friends. It's not cheap, but it's definitely worth it. This card has been a game changer for me, and I've been able to enjoy some truly incredible gaming experiences thanks to its raw power and advanced features. Of course, it's not for everyone, but if you're serious about gaming, you'll probably appreciate what this card has to offer. If you're thinking about taking the plunge and buying the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 Super 16GB GDDR6X, I'd say go for it. The link to purchase on Amazon is in the description.